Thousands of stargazers filled Universal Studios Florida today for the star-studded premiere of Back to the Future: The Ride, an electrifying new attraction that continues the popular movie trilogy in Orlando, Florida. Opening day ceremonies were held at Universal's new Institute of Future Technology, the site of Back to the Future: The Ride, where stars from the Back to the Future films made their dramatic entrance aboard the time-traveling train from Back to the Future 3. Featured guests included Michael J. Fox, who played Marty McFly, Tom Wilson, memorable as the evil Biff Tannen, Christopher Lloyd, who created the character Doc Brown, and Mary Steenburgen, Doc's first love after science, along with producers, directors, and studio executives. The multi-million-dollar ride, a technological first, gives visitors a unique opportunity to blast through time and space in a convertible DeLorean time travel vehicle, zooming far into the future for a glimpse of Hill Valley in the year 2015, and traveling through the ages into the distant past for a dangerous encounter with a Tyrannosaurus Rex, along with many other surprises, for a total sensory impact experience unequaled anywhere. The Back to the Future cast were the first passengers to experiment with time travel, followed by an open invitation to the world to ride the movies Back to the Future. Back to the Future: The Ride is one of 7 new blockbuster attractions added this year to Universal Studios Florida, the largest studio production facility outside of Hollywood, where visitors go beyond the screen and into the world of television and film to ride the movies. This is Solon Gray reporting from Orlando.
The thing of it is, you kind of are Marty McFly. You are sitting in the DeLorean, Marty McFly's point of view. Doc Brown is guiding you right through the experience, and you are really in Back to the Future. You're really in the movie, and it's an adventure in itself. It's not an adventure based on any of the 3 films, but it's almost like Back to the Future Part 4. It's a brand new adventure, and you're into it, and I think you're wrapped up in it pretty good for about 4 minutes. The important thing is really what's up there. You really are in the experience. You are surrounded by the images. There is no up except an image. There is no sides except image. There is no bottom except image. You are in the experience. And you ride that movie, for 4 minutes. And for me, divorcing myself from really having had anything to do with, its beginnings, it's the most dazzling thing I've ever sat in and got strapped into and experienced. Well, my involvement really began in 1984 when I executive produced Back to the Future with Bob Zemeckis, Bob Gale, and my company Amble. And then when I got involved almost at the same time on the concept for a studio tour in Orlando, Florida, and got involved in Dreaming Up Rides, I thought that this was one ride that we couldn't let get away. I mean, it has the most interactive opportunities imaginable. We actually place the people in a DeLorean, and we send them shooting 25 years into the future and then countless years into the past. It was a natural ride, I thought. But I wanted to get right back on it again, which I did about 4 or 5 times. The ride is what it is. It's really an extraordinary experience, and it's, I think, currently the state of the art as far as, filmed audience interaction goes. And I'm sure it'll be antiquated and put behind itself someday by some new ride. I'm sure that'll happen. But right now, I'm sure they're going to have a good time riding it.
It was great. It was an unbelievable experience. Heard so much about it and how great it was, and you kind of set up for disappointment when you hear that, and then you ride the ride and it's just better than that. And it's so great, so great.
It's shocking how real everything feels, and I think it was fun to ride it with Michael because Michael's been creating this for all these years, and he climbs into this DeLorean and he actually gets to feel all the things that we've all been pretending.
I didn't have to fake it.
No, I mean it's really frightening, really thrilling and exciting, and there's just so many amazing parts to it.
Yeah, it's just you keep, not that you have time to, but if you wanted to look for flaws, I don't believe you'd see any. I mean, it's just, the experience is so complete. It's all around you, and in combination with the movement, it's just a total experience. I was making noises I don't think I made since I watched my son being born. You know, I was like, that's great. I'm glad I had something to do with it in a tiny, teeny way. It's pretty great.
I think it's probably redefined all rides.
Yeah,
this is a whole new era because it's really extraordinary. You feel so many different things, from the cold air and the wind while you're moving, and you go down into a volcano and you're almost swallowed by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
What I don't understand is how come the smoke and the steam that they have on the ride is so cool and nice and everything great, and the stuff that we use in the movie smells like acid and you want to die and you're choking. Why can't we use this stuff?
Come talk to these guys
here.
The ride is spectacular. But what's even more special is that now Doc Brown has a home, his own laboratory, where people can visit him and be part of his wonderful time travel enthusiasm over and over and over again. I think it's just great.
My first reaction, well, I just got off the ride, and I'm still speechless, I think. It's, the ride is unbelievable. I mean, already, I think it's probably the most advanced, incredible ride, certainly that I've ever been on, and I'll go out on a limb and say in the world, because the illusion is incredible. It's like you're riding, everyone says ride the movies, and it's riding the movie. I mean, you're flying in the DeLorean. The illusion of flight is unbelievable. The best flight simulator I've ever been on, and it's unbelievable. And to have been a part of it, to be the villain actually in the car, talking to the people sitting there with Chris in it and everything is just great. I loved it. I want to go on it again. Now, set it up. Okay. Well, the ride is kind of, we look at it as Back to the Future 4, the place where our characters go to rest, and they will always be here in Florida. Just there, it's sort of an unusual feeling that, as I go through my daily routine, I can think, I'm a ride right now. Right now, people are sort of riding me in Florida. So, it's really incredible. But it's great. The Back to the Future movies were terrific things. I've been around the world and people love the movies. So it's a great place to have, a ride like this, so people who love the movies can actually ride the movie and enjoy being a part of it.
It truly is a fair continuation of the films. It does what we never were able to do in the films, which is actually put you in the adventure, and it does that, and you get to go on this wonderfully energetic and thrilling ride, but also with the characters from the film, and that's what makes it really special.
Well, my involvement really began in 1984 when I executive produced Back to the Future with Bob Zemeckis and Bob Gale and my company Amblin. And then when I got involved almost at the same time on the concept for a studio tour in Orlando, Florida, and got involved in dreaming up rides, I thought that this was one ride that we couldn't let get away. I mean, it has the most interactive opportunities imaginable. We actually placed people in a DeLorean, and we send them shooting 25 years into the future and then countless years into the past. It was a natural ride, I thought.
We wanted to take our guests inside the motion picture screen and let them experience what it feels like to ride in Doc Brown's car through time. To do that, we combined the latest technology in flight simulators, hydraulics, pneumatics, control systems, with live effects like wind and fog, gave them vibration like they've never felt before, took all of that and combined it with a spectacular motion picture film, the largest image available in the industry, put it all together for an experience that they can only find at Universal Studios Florida. They literally ride the movie.